Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and a very good evening to all of you. My name is Muhd Ayunni bin Morsalin and I is degree student for first year at University Malaya taking Bachelor of Sharia. So before that, if you don't mind, please share my video and hit the like button and share it to your family or others so that we can expand our knowledge about economic in Islam. So today I'm going to explain about economic system in Islam by topic Riba and Zakat. So without wasting our time, let's move on to our discussion right now. The cornerstone of Islamic economics is a system of usury-free business interaction. To deal with usury or commercial interests is a mighty sin in Islam. Some people wonder as to why the religion Islam has its own economic system. What the uninitiated do not realize is that Islam is not like many other religions limited only to focus on the aspects of man relationship with God, whether Islam is a complete system of life which is guiding mankind in every sphere of life. Islamic economics has a firm foundation in the Holy Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet. Unlike various other economics models, Islamic economics is not existent on the theory. In fact, the Prophet himself established it in Medina. So in Islam, there is theory of Quran and the practical demonstration of the Prophet to establish a just economic system. This economic system has been proven to us as in the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon to him. To deal with usury or commercial interests is mighty sin in Islam, just like I said just now. So what is the evidence or dalil that Islam forbid usury? Allah said in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 278 and 279. I will read the translation of the ayat. Oh, you who believe, fear Allah and give up what remains of your demand for usury, if you are indeed believers. If you do not, take notice of war from Allah and His Messenger. But if you turn back, you shall have your capital sums. Deal not unjustly, and you shall not be dealt with unjustly. Sadaqallahul Azim. Those unaware often question the concept of no usury in Islamic economic dealings. The explanation is such usury or riba mars the very purpose of Islamic economics. Islamic economics aim for moral development, promoting unity, social justice, fair and equitable distribution, circulation of wealth, and providing human basic needs. In an interest-based economy, there is no share kept aside for the poor. The rich amass all the wealth while the poor are left with nothing. Since the aim of Islamic economics is to promote economic prosperity for one and all, there can be no system of charging interest. For the Muslim who ignore this code or this provocation and continue to deal in interest-based economics, there exists a hadith to shake the very soul of and intimate them to their grave fallacy. And I will give you the hadith. So, riba is of 70 different kinds. The least grave being equivalent to a man marrying, which means having sexual intercourse with his own mother. Riwayat Ibn Majah wa Baihaqi. Riba is a concept in Islamic banking that refers to charge interest. It has also been referred to as usury, as we know, or the charging of unreasonably high interest rates. There is also another form of riba, according to most Islamic jurists, which refers to the simultaneous exchange of goods of unequal quantities or qualities. Here, however, we will be referring to practice of charged interest. Riba is prohibited under Sharia law for a couple reasons. It is meant to ensure equity in exchange. It is meant to ensure that people can protect their wealth by making unjust and unequal exchanges illegal. Islam aims to promote charity and helping others through kindness, to remove sentiment of selfishness and self-centeredness, which can create social antipathy, distrust, and resentment. By making riba illegal, Sharia law creates opportunities and contexts in which people are encouraged to act charitably or loaning money without interest. Riba is forbidden under Sharia law or Islamic religious law, that is meant by Sharia law, if you don't know, because it is thought to be exploitative. Though Muslims agree that riba is prohibited, there is much debate over what constitutes riba, whether it is against Sharia law or only discouraged, and whether or not it should be punished by people or by Allah. Depending on the interpretation, riba may only refer to excessive interest. However, to others, the whole concept of interest is riba and thus unlawful. For example, even though there is a wide spectrum of interpretation on the point at which interest become exploitative, some modern scholars believe that interest should be allowed up to value of inflation to compensate lenders for the time value of their money without creating excessive profit. Nevertheless, riba was largely taken as law and formed the basis of the Islamic banking industry. So right now we talk about type of riba. There are two main types of interest or riba. The commonest form of riba is interest on a bank loan or debt that is over the original loan amount of the lender charges. For example, Ali borrows $100 from his friend Abu. Ali then repays $120 over 10 months, with the additional $20 being charged as interest by Abu for the loan. Any loan from any lender fall into this category. This known as riba al-nasiyah. The second type of interest is an exchange contract or sale. This occurs where the sale amount includes an additional sum of money that can be constituted as riba al-fawd, as there is an additional fee payable. The Muslim world has struggled with riba for quite some time, religiously, morally, and legally, and eventually economic pressures did allow for loosening of religious and legal regulation, at least for a period. So I just finished a discussion about riba. So the next point is about zakat. So I will tell you a little bit about zakat, inshallah. To ensure the same, Islam has made it obligatory upon every Muslim whose annual income is more than amount of 80 grams of gold to give 2.5% of his or her wealth in charity. This is called zakat in Islam. There are five essential pillars in Islam, which are shahadah, salat or prayer, zakat, saum or fasting, and hajj. It is the obligation on every Muslim, it is the obligation on every Muslim to adhere to these five pillars and live life with purity in their hearts. If searching for what is zakat, it is the third pillar of Islam that order person to do charity, to give a portion of wealth to the poor and needy. It is a form of praying and leading the life on the path shown by Allah. The term zakat in Arabic words that mean to purify your wealth. This means that giving zakat can purify your wealth. It's a source of immense barakah or blessing. So now, does everyone have to pay zakat? No, not all have to perform annual donation, but only those who are eligible can pay zakat as a religious obligation. The zakat system is the best option, not only for Muslims, in fact for the whole humanity to solve problem of economic imbalance. What many people don't realize is that they can easily do away with 2.5% of their earnings and probably will not notice it as such, but it could mean all difference between life and death to a poorer man. It is heartwarming to note that even in a core business matter such as economics, the religion primary aim is to make life better for its people. So, the importance of zakat in Quran is mentioned more than 80 times. 80 times. It obliges an individual to be sincere in its proper calculation and donation. Their adherence to faith bring them closer to Allah and the only in the world. It is a highly significant factor in maintaining social order and removing beggary. Further, a balanced distribution of wealth among the rich and poor remove social evils like slavery, exploitation, and crime. The basic concept of annual donation is to promote brotherhood and Muslim unity worldwide in the name of Allah the Almighty. So I will talk about type of zakat. There are two types of zakat in Islam that we must know in Islam. First, zakat al-mal. The most common type of zakat. Zakat al-mal is the annual donation made on the wealth, include money in cash, gold, silver, and property. So the second type of zakat is zakat al-fitr. Another significant donation that is obligatory for Muslim is zakat al-fitr. The donation is made before the Eid in the making fixed time limit for making it valid. So, who is eligible for zakat? An individual has to donate wealth as a responsibility if the annual income increases the minimum amount. The individual will have to donate their wealth every year from the day on. The charity should not be delayed as it is an obligation on the individual. Additionally, zakat al-fitr is to be paid by the head of the family or leader of the family at the end of Ramadan. One has to give zakat al-fitr for every fasting member of the family in terms of money or food, which equal to a month of 1 day fasting of the member. Who is eligible to get zakat? Who can get zakat? So, the donation is due whenever a person's wealth become more than the nisab. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said that zakat is divided into 8 parts. This is in referring to Surah At-Taubah, so I will say about the translation. Sadaqah or zakat is for the poor, the needy, those employed to administer the funds, those whose heart have been reconciled to the truth, for those in slavery, those in debt, in the cause of Allah, and for the wayfarer. Thus, it has been ordained by Allah, and Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom. So there is 8 type of people that eligible to get zakat. First, al-fuqara, which mean the poor. Then al-masakin, which mean the needy. Then al-amilina alayha, the administrators of zakat. And the fourth, al-mu'allafati qulubuhum, those who are reconciliation of hearts. And fir riqab, for those in bondage. Then al-gharimin, those in debt. And then fi sabilillah, in the cause of Allah. And the last but not least, ibnu sabil, the wayfarer. The Muslim jurists agree that zakat cannot be given to the following people. So these people cannot get zakat. Why? So firstly, the rich, except when such are among the workers of zakat or the wayfarer. First is the rich. Second, those capable but not willing to work. Third, non-Muslim and those who fight against Muslim. Fourth, ascendants, descendant, and wife of the payer. Fifth, the family of the Prophet, peace upon to him. So that's all I'm going to talk about zakat and riba. So Islamic, the economic in Islam is very important to us, as it is a guide for us in our life, in our daily life. So Islamic economics has give us many advantages for those who are rich and for those who are poor or needy in any kind of terms. So that's all for me. Thank you for hearing my discussion or my explanation. So wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and goodbye everyone till we meet again.